really hard to believe that it's already day 5 of our self-reflecting challenge. Today, we're reflecting and questioning where we feel the most inadequate and how is it impacting our lives. And the first message that comes up is the corn. And the corn represents sustenance. It represents stability. It represents harvest. But to get to the harvest, right, we have to put in the work. So feeling inadequate, that can stem from our limiting beliefs that we're undeserving. And it's really important to remember that there is more than enough for everyone. More than enough of whatever it is that you think there's not enough of. Regardless of what society makes you think that we're low, where there's not enough of this, there's not enough of that, only so many people can achieve a certain thing, there's more than enough for everyone. Also, perhaps maybe your inadequacy is coming from your belief that you're not good enough, right? And so then we have to dig a little deeper into that to figure out where that's stemming from. But prepare to work hard, right? You need to bypass your shortcuts. If you're one that typically looks for the fastest way because you think it's more efficient, that may be holding you back. That may be creating inadequacies. The universe is going to provide, but you have to mentally prepare, spiritually prepare, and must also be able to put in the work that goes with that. Also, as I'm reflecting on this live, obviously, but even if this thing or these things or this achievement, right, whatever it is that you're shooting for, even if it doesn't happen on the first try, the opportunity is going to come back around. There's another season for harvesting. And as you work through that, as you continue to work towards this dream, this goal, you're going to have the opportunity to put a plan in place. You're going to be able to vision your end game, right? You kind of know what that end game is. Try not to be concrete in it. Things always happen on their own time and kind of in their own ways. I tend to set my goals, but not the how I'm going to get there. And I don't make it concrete goals because sometimes what happens is way better than what I ever imagined. So don't forget, right, that as you vision your end game, you're setting space for better, right? And also don't forget to set space for sharing your good fortune. When we tend to put others first, the magic in life seems to multiply and really just grow for everyone. The other card that comes up is Shapeshifters. And Shapeshifter is a really cool card. It's a really cool message. And it's really representing that you can be anything that you desire. So it goes really well with the corn. You have to let go of attachments to your identity. You have to let go of the attachments that are holding you back. And I think that can come into the inadequacy of ourselves is when we have attachments and we're not flexible or fluid with those. We don't leave room for growth. We don't leave room for more to come in than what we imagined. And so it holds us back. So native spirits, right? There are different, what's the word I'm thinking? There are different earth-based cultures, I guess I should say. And within those different earth-based cultures, shapeshifters had the ability to transform into other forms of consciousness. And so they would they would imagine, right, and transform into these other forms. Sometimes it was an animal, a plant, sometimes a stone. But I'd spoken on this recently. Imagination is critical in our personal growth. Imagination is critical in achieving the things that seem so hard to achieve. And so, even though most people probably don't think this is truly possible, it's not necessarily true, right? Through meditations, through practicing your intuition, you can learn so much about yourself just by giving yourself the opportunity to go within, whatever form that looks like. So just know also that, your past does not define your future. As long as you're flexible and willing to shift your point of views, your belief systems can bring entirely new destinies into being. And so it's a challenge to deepen your ability to imagine that you are maybe an animal, a bird, a plant, a stone, and make it as real as you possibly can, because this is going to allow you to deepen your ability to be open-minded, shift your beliefs and your limiting decisions that might be holding you back from the life you really could be living. And this may be something that you sit with for more than a day, and in any of these questions and self-reflections are things that you may sit with for more than a day. So take the time you need to dive deeper into the type of topics that speak louder to you, that speak to your heart space, and will allow you to grow the most and make shifts in your life. I'd love to know your perspectives on this, and if you're doing your own practice and journaling perhaps, I'd love to know what came up for you. So you can share that in the comments. You can private message me. But I hope that you have an awesome day, and we'll talk again soon.